Hey guys, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So, last episode we did shopping. Ugh, a necessary evil in this case. And ta-da! We got another companion. Also, we did some Chanter's World quests, and when we came back there were more. Can you believe the nerve of these people? But anyway, as for the shopping part, we have space again. Not much, but it's there. I'm gonna have to, before we leave, get rid of some more of this stuff. You don't have a use for it? Reminds me, Alistair, can you use this by now? Oh yeah, you actually can. It's stronger than what he has, but... the fact that the other one already has 3 extra stuff that he can do... anyway, I'm getting off the beaten track here. Let's go see the Revered Mother one last time so that we can get Stan's key and get out of here to do the Chanter's World quests and finally leave Lothering. As it were, Lothering is actually just supposed to be a stepping stone in teaching you how to trade and talk to people and stuff like that. Or at least for me it feels that way. For me it's like a little bit more of an in-depth tutorial and things, because now you've got more party members, and you have to figure out what suits each one of them better than the items that you've just randomly picked up.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Yeah, okay. Your town is actually gonna be get destroyed by darkspawn, so not to be a downer. Okay, what tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
What? Yeah. I doubt she's gonna buy my bullshit, but let's try it. I'm sorry, but I only have 10 silver.
1 out of 1 is a more generous gift than 10 out of thousands. What can I do for you then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Well, be honest, I want him freed. I might have a use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Thank you, dear lady. Now, let's get out of here because we're never gonna see them again. Let's go. Out the door before anyone
Have
notices
a care
me.
where your
Thing.
eyes
What?
linger, Alistair.
Yes, well don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
Hmm? What?
Never mind.
Okay, you two. Like I said, it's kind of a knife edge with Morrigan and Alistair. They can sometimes be pretty humorous to have in your party, just for the fact that they annoy each other so much. And other times, they themselves can be the most annoying things ever. But it's okay.
Let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Yeah, just some random proof that, as a kid, Alistair was pretty much a brat. Alright, well, let's get Sten out of here. We are finished with him after all in this cage.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. So, I'm not really gonna choose him right now because I first want to get him... I don't know, I just want to see if I can get him different stuff first. Because I don't think I've got anything particularly good on me at the moment. Oh. So, let's just give it a moment. I just first want to see what's going on. That sounds rickety as all hell. Is that thing even gonna stay up there? I'm just curious. It sounds more like it's gonna fall off at some point. Okay. Oh, woofies. Get over here. I want your pelts. That's money. Wow, they really don't like Alistair, don't they? I really don't like Alistair for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. And in my own defense, by my previous comment about killing them for their pelts, they attacked me. I just defended myself. Okay. Oh, there's one of the Founders Board things that we need. Let's see. Oh, I know what this is. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsakes. That's actually a sad mission, but there's not much one can do about that. Here's the other one. We have some bears to get rid of.
I shall do it.
Oh, wow, that was hard. You are no match for me, bear. Thank you. Alright, so we've got all of the Founders Board quests done, which is a good thing. Oh, and reminds me, I've actually got some elf fruit. So, sorry about that, but my sinus has been giving me some trouble. You might hear me being way more sniffly than usual and clearing my throat. I do apologize for that, it's annoying, but sadly it's a part of life. Okay, so all I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna turn in the quests, and then we're leaving Lothering actually, then we're finished here. We can get a move on to the next section of the game. Which could be exciting, maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and find out, won't we? Hello.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Haha. Oh, I leveled up. So... what? I have a Templar specialization, which I'm not actually sure I want to go in that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put in Constitution and 2 in Strength. Let's take Precise Striking. Because that might come in handy at one point or another. It's just gonna slow down my swings with my weapon so much. But it is better than nothing, to be honest, so let's get out of here. Get a move on. Uh-oh, I smell trouble. Let's see what they say.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
More enemies ahead!
I don't want to kill you guys, but I'm not gonna stand still and let you kill me either.
Let's end this! And it belongs
Let's use threaten, draw some attention off of them off on me. Come after me. I am a little bit more tankier than some of my other companions, so that's fine. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but they didn't give me a hell of a lot of choice. Okay.
You know this place will be overrun by the Darkspawn soon. If we go, we won't be able to come back.
Yeah, I know. Not telling me something I don't know over here. More elf fruit so we can craft some more poultices. Because that's definitely gonna be handy. That way I also don't continuously have to buy them myself.
Away with you, foul creatures!
Oh, Darkspawn! Go after this dude. Draw attention again. Let's get rid of this dude over here too.
Make him be praised!
Oh. That was exciting. Ooh, let's see what you got. Oh wow. E. Oh, there's a blood mage over here. Sealed letter. Regret. Let's see what it says. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye, Belgoose. That's kinda sad, actually, but not much to be done there.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome?
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Yeah, you know what you say, that you're not gonna stick around, but I get a feeling you're gonna tag along anyway. Okay, let's get out of here, because this is the last time we will see sleepy little Lothering, so goodbye, Lothering, and fare thee well. Gather your party and venture forth? Yes, of course. According to the Chantry, every 100 years is range. Interesting.
Bad dreams, huh?
Yeah, that's an understatement. Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Well, isn't that just peachy? The Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
I'd say it was just more interesting. But yeah, any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay. Well then. This is the party camp. As you can see, there's not much going on at the moment. A handful of people around, our companions. But you know what, let's go talk to these two. Because they say they weren't coming.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Yeah, sure. Let me see your wares, Odin.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, take note that he said collected, because what that essentially means is he's kind of a little bit of a scavenger. So he's been picking up this stuff from those who are not amongst the living anymore. So yeah, it's not great, but that's fine. Well, I could actually give this to now that I think about it. Long sword, however, I actually thought at one point that would be a good investment, so it was an impulse buy, I know. But this, we could give this to Sten, I think. Let me just check. And a little bit under strength, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world, but I can give that to him. Armor. We've got a lot of armor. Like, a lot of armor. Heavy chainmail stuff, I can actually give that to Sten. Let me just see. Yeah, no, he can wear that, no problem. The armor actually for him is sorted out, so let's get rid of some of the things that I know I'm not gonna be needing. Yeah, we can actually give that to Sten also. So he does have a helmet. And here, is there anything I'm gonna get rid of at the moment? Not really, actually. Apprentice's amulet. That's interesting. I can actually give that to Sten too. So it's not awful. Oh, the phone. What is this? 1 to cunning increase monitor gain. Yeah, I've already got a better one. Daily Hunter's belt. 3 to constitution, 1 to armor. Stamina regen. 30 ranged. Let's see. What does Liliana have? Earth and Cinch. This one's actually a lot better for her. This one is 2. I mean, 2 to Constitution. That's gonna bring up her health quite a bit. But then I'm thinking of the fact, Dexterity and ranged critical chance with rapid aim. That's gonna be a lot better to you. Gifts, buy them as often as you can, as well as backpacks. Those are important. Lyrium, I'm gonna prefer stocking up on that because of our resident spellcast. Okay, these I'm not gonna worry about too much because I can just as well craft my own, and honestly I can just buy elf root because it's a lot cheaper than buying potions, because if you check it's 21 silver and 60 copper. Okay. And he's only got lesser of these, and already just 4 of them is 9 silver. In the long run, it's gonna be cheaper for me just to buy the elf root and make my own. So it's not that awful. We got this. Oh, sorry about that. If I had poison making, I could probably make poisons with that and toxin extracts, but unfortunately I don't know if Liliana actually has that skill. I need to find this out. Liliana, does she... No, I don't know if she's... Damn it. Okay, hold on. I need to see. Liliana, Littell, no, doesn't. Oh, Sausage can level up. Let's level up Sausage. We'll give you 1 in there and 2 to your strength. What have you got? Shred. Overwhelm. That's actually a good skill to have, so I'm slowly but surely gonna start working that way, and we'll get around to the other 2 as well. Else can level up though. I wonder if Sten can level. No, he can't just yet. That's fine. Okay. Okay, let us equip him in items. Okay, you can't use that just yet, but since I know it's gonna sound bad, but I don't usually use Sten a lot, if at all. But that's fine, that's okay. They're actually the same, but he gets a bonus if I give him the same thing. But that's cool. That's fine. Oh no, he actually doesn't get the bonus. Odd. But yeah, moving on. Let's see. Liliana. Oh, hold on. You get this one. And Mr. Sten is then gonna get the Earthen Cinch. Feral Wolf Charm. Let's give him the Feral Wolf Charm. Is there anything else I can give him? Not really. No, not that I can see. Okay. So remember all these Alfred? Yeah, you know what time it is. And would you look at that, I've got 91 lesser health poultices. So much better.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Well, you know what? Let's get some enchanting done then. Let's see his handiwork for ourselves.
Enchantment!
Okay. Okay, as it stands, I only actually have 1 rune, which is not terrible. But it's not the best thing either. I could have bought a few from Bodon, but you sometimes kind of pick up quite a few of them, depending on your location and where you are, which... Well, at the moment, because it's Lothering, there wasn't much, but that's fine. And now I got a lightning sword. And it's time we spoke to some of our companions. So before I piss someone off, let me save. And let's find out what each of them has to say for themselves. Oh, right. That's me. Oregon! I got new armor for you. Can you wear it though? No. Which is interesting, I wonder why. Unless this is something you can only wear as the main character. Or mana regeneration while exploring. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Well, since she can't wear it, I'll just sell it. It's fine.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That... Okay. Yeah. Okay, that sounds like something you do, but okay. Your mother has been doing this for a long time then?
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well? I highly doubt it, but let's ask her.
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Interesting. Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Oh. Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What do the other animals think of you when you're changed? That's actually interesting.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like this before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Interesting. That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved. And that actually is good. I mean, if they would have taken a skill like this away, damn man, it's an interesting skill to have.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
And that's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
No, I actually think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk, let us proceed lest the dust gather on us.
Hey, we get some approval out of Morrigan. Okay. Sten is a bit of a tricky character when you talk to him. He appreciates direct conversation, no circles around things. So he can be tricky. You can actually sometimes easily lose, like, points with him, and sometimes it almost feels like it's easy to gain points with him. We shall see which one we get.
Why are we stopping?
I think we need to talk we should talk for a moment.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back. I actually kind of feel like that's something that could just piss him off. Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
It actually has kind of a point. It just opens up their range a little bit more. Oh, good question.
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
Yeah, let's go.
As you wish.
I actually got some approval out of him, but yeah, Sten is an interesting character to try and have conversations with. Okay, we've got 3 people left if you include Sausage over there. Brat Cat is on the prowl. She's complaining she wants me to go to bed because it's almost 3 AM, but no, I'm having fun.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Yes, you are. This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the blighted sleep.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Okay. Makes a few interesting points there. Let's talk to Mr. Alistair.
What do you need?
Yeah, you know what? Duncan was close to him. You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
True, that doesn't mean I don't want it either. I mean, he helped me out a lot.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to. Okay, no harm done.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Well, honestly, when he did treat Alistair like a bit of a son.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
No, believe me, I understand completely.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
Yeah, my entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Well, anytime, Alistair. He's actually a pretty decent guy, so I never try to be too mean to him. I'll be snarky, sure, but mean? No. Hello, sausage. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Oh, why, you little...
What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Well, any dog, you don't get close to them when they're eating, damn it. Good boy, teach that silly Alistair a lesson.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Yeah, some of the times that you talk to him and the way he interacts with some of the other characters in camp can be pretty amusing. But let's move on.
It is begun.
We have to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, it actually seems like I might be getting sick. Sorry for the sniffles and the throat clearing. Oh.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, let's take Morgan. Oh, the snarkiness is too much. But okay, let's do this. Thing is, I think we should actually go to Redcliffe, because the first time I played and finished this game, I went Redcliffe, Circle of Magi, Denerim, and left Orzammar for last. Sorry, I left the Brazilian Forest for last. But yeah, let's go to Redcliffe. Gonna get attacked because it's loading, and boom. Let's see what happens. Some of these random encounters can be interesting. Oh, no, just Darkspawn.
Right ahead.
Some of these encounters can be pretty interesting, and some of them are just straightforward, like, stop running away. Whoop. Nope, nope. Okay.
Well.
Let's see.
Trap right ahead.
You're trappable. Ooh, whoa, that was a quick
Trap
run.
right ahead.
Alright. Well, at least she can detect them and avoid them unless Alistair runs through them. Okay, because of some of the mods, some of the stuff won't have pictures like this. That's fine. I might give it to
Right
Stan,
ahead.
or I might just get rid of it. I'd sell it. I mean, it's good money that I can get off of it, so it's not that bad. There isn't much else around here because all of this is just traps. Okay. Let's get going. Let's see what waits us in Redcliffe Village and see what happens. I don't actually know all that much about the Dragon Age lore in particular. I mean, I've played it, but I've not followed everything religiously.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Oh, I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
Yeah, you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So, what, you don't think you might have told me this before? Yeah, we could go that route and make him feel more uncomfortable. Doesn't that make heir to the throne? He doesn't like to lead, so... yeah. So, you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard? Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, and it's bad, but does Lothering know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child, which actually, yeah, that's pretty stupid. I mean, okay, in some way I wonder why the Arl didn't tell her the truth about everything. I mean, honestly. Seriously? What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young. It's understandable.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well-loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Lothering pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Oh, stop whining. You knew that would have been my reaction. So here we are in Redcliffe, and there in the background is Redcliffe Castle, which, honestly, in my opinion, that looks pretty damn defensible. I can understand why it survived as many sieges and battles as it has. That's freaking impressive. Alright. Let's see. Who are you? Oh, hello.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
Wait. What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Earl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
I know,
We've
right?
no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Well, turns out things have pretty much gone to shit here. Okay. Could be worse, could be worse. Well, I'm gonna try and be optimistic about this. It's gotta be better than we think it is. Okay, so maybe it isn't.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes, though I'm just as surprised about that as you are, believe me.
Indeed. Lothering would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Yeah... Why? What has Logan said about us?
That Lothering pulled out his own men in order to save them. That Cailan risked the entire nation's safety in the name of glory. Lothering calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
Okay, now you see, the last time I played, I didn't get this line. Because I was playing an elf. So... You get different lines with each race that you play with, as far as I can tell. That's why you've got so many choices in the origin story. And it just plays through the whole game. It just fits in. So... You may have known my father, Tyrion Cousland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
Well, I can help you drive them back.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the Chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay, I know Morrigan doesn't like this, but I sometimes wish that the game gave me the ability to argue or explain my choices with things so that you don't easily lose points with her or anything. Okay, yeah, I'm reading books getting experience points. Anyway, because she might not like the idea of me helping them, but then in the long run, it's a case of if I help them, I've got the Arl in basically my back pocket, because then he's gonna be very, very happy that I helped out. But unfortunately that doesn't work, and there's another way to fix the Morrigan problem. And it's an easy one, actually. You just throw gifts at her.
A fine gift.
Look at that, I got 3 points back compared to the 5 that I lost.
The monsters will return. Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
You're not bothering me.
I shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice.
Heartless.
Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for your brother?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Yeah, let's look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
We have
Okay.
no choice.
Main reason for wanting to find him is you actually get a pretty cool longsword out of this, and that reminds me. Alistair, busy for you. Longer than what you're carrying.
Compassion.
But anyway,
Everything will
you
be
actually
fine.
get a pretty cool sword out of the whole situation if you can persuade the child to give it to you. But as things stand, I might actually...
Fresh air. It was difficult to breathe within with all that self-righteousness crowding the air.
What is that smell? Fish? And something else. Oh, more fish.
Walking corpses. Do you think it's something in the water?
Gee, thanks guys for interrupting me, but yeah, as I was about to say before being rudely interrupted, I'm looking at each one of you. I'm gonna cut it off here because there's gonna be quite a lot for me to do because we gotta talk to Murdoch, and Murdoch is gonna undoubtedly give us more things to do, and then we've got Sir Perth who's hanging out up there. And you know, it's just not gonna be the same without me running to each place I can go to and ransack it, of course. So, yeah, and until next time, we've got the Siege of Redcliffe on our hands, because we're going to be fighting and saving this place. Yes, Morrigan, we're going to be saving people. I know you're not going to like it, but tough luck. You're part of my crew now, and we help people, even if sometimes we do it for a profit. But, thanks for watching, guys. And share, like, subscribe. See what happens in the next part of this adventure, because things are gonna start getting exciting from here on out. I mean, we're officially past what I call the prologue phase. But yeah, enough of my babbling. Get out of here. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Are you guys even hitting those targets? I don't have much hope for this place with a militia like this. Oh well. Later.